Hello my friends and welcome to part 126 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Let's Play series. So before I get into the gate, I'll go ahead and show off a few replays of the winning duels for each of the loner decks. So I have them saved, so that's good. I think they're gonna be a bit out of order, but like I think you should understand which is which. Yeah, I'll just do it in order from bottom top. Yeah, I think they're a bit out of order, but that's okay. Here, actually, which one is the? I think this is the Blue Eyes one. Yeah, I think this right here is the Blue Eyes one. So I'll go ahead and play this. Oh, and also, I just went for it and bought the Vortex of Magic because I think Dark Magicians is gonna be a pretty good option for the festival, and I'm sure you guys are gonna want to watch it. Yeah, good. This is the Blue Eyes. This is the one that's first in line, the Blue Eyes one. I forget what it's called, but it has Blue Eyes as its name. So yeah, I'm doing this. And also, this one's kind of an interesting duel. I better speed up because this one was a bit long. Okay, so I thought I'm doing pretty well. Like, I got a pretty good hand. So maybe I'll be able to get something up. Oh yes, yeah. I forgot it also adds another monster to hand, so maybe I should have gone for the Chaos form. But actually, I think this was better because Jet Dragon is a really good one. Whenever something is destroyed, it can just special summon itself, which actually really came in handy for this duel, as you'll see. And then also, whenever it bows, you turn something to the hand. And I have no idea what counts as a graveyard trigger. So, like, my opponent's activating all these things where they discard it. I'm not sure if that counts as a graveyard trigger, though. I don't think it does. And I think, technically, I missed out on a graveyard trigger. That one where, like, when sent to a graveyard, you send another Cyberdark. But I didn't think it really mattered. See, luckily my opponent, like, got rid of that. That would have been kind of annoying, having, like, a negator. But this guy's kind of annoying, too, because he's unaffected. Now the Jet Dragon's really nice. So now I tried targeting it, but it's unaffected. I didn't realize at the time it was unaffected. Eventually I saw that it was unaffected, so I stopped targeting it. So yeah, there's the Blue Eyes I brought back with Azor. Azor can't be destroyed by card effects. Oh, until the end of the next turn. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's why only the Blue Eyes was being destroyed. So that's pretty cool. And then here's another nice thing about Dictator of D. It can like redirect targets, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, and then the Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. Yeah, it's unaffected by that too. So I was thinking like, man, like what way do I have of getting rid of that? But yeah, Dictator of D kind of came in handy. Because look right here, like, I can just redirect it to that since it cannot be destroyed by battle. So I was thinking I might as well. Maybe I could even stall out with it by, like, putting in defense until I figure out an answer. If maybe I can deck out my opponent if I literally have no answer. But I have an answer, as you'll see. Yeah, this was, I think, a pretty cool duel. Like, it really helped show off a lot of my deck, too. And it kind of, like, also shows off something else that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, the infinite permanence and negate the effects. So, and then this one, like, it dealt damage 2400 because I had enough to get it to 2400 attack or 2400 damage. And then I didn't realize it only copies attack, or else I would have like targeted a 3000. But I don't think that would have mattered. And then there's the Chaos Max. This ends up being really good, as you'll see. Oh yeah, see. Also, it's nice that like I'm targeting equip, because this card's attack is equal to the equipped cards equipped to it. So if there's only one, it only gets the one attack, which is pretty nice. See, now I have start discard because I don't really have any plays right now, and I don't want to attribute off my monsters for blue eyes. Yeah, see, I'm also sending the X deck cards back to the X deck because I figure it's better than sending the regular cards back to hand, because at least like maybe it's a little bit hard to access the X deck. See, and then this was really good. Look, so now I got the Chaos form, and I figure out that I have a graveyard effect that allows me to give my dragons 1000 attack boost, and this can still be destroyed at battle. So like now, like I'm just attacking into it, both are destroyed. I'm special summoning that back, and then I activate this to send back the back row, the set card, and then I win. There you go. So yeah, that was pretty intense. I almost ran out of time there, but I'm glad like that, like I hurried up enough to like, or was it that? Wait, was it that one, or maybe it was when I was playing the Arcanas. I forget. Anyway, I think, yeah, this is the Red-Eyes one. This one is a really quick one, but I'm still gonna use it because like I mean, it's still a validated win. Like even if like, even though the way I won maybe wasn't the most show-offy, I mean, it's still a win nonetheless. Yeah, so I don't really need to speed up because you'll see. I activate Harpies, and then you'll see what happens. My opponent must have had nothing for that Harpies. Well, that was easy. I mean, you don't really get to see much of the Red-Eyes deck, but I mean, maybe I could play the Red-Eyes deck, like show off another replay, but I just want to get like something out there for that, because like it was taking a while for some of these wins to come. That was honestly the first time I played the Red-Eyes, so I may have like showed off one of the ones I lost with, but I didn't have any like ones I lost with the Red-Eyes. At least I can like, that's still available to play. And then here's the one showing off the Arcana Knight Slifer deck. Which honestly, I think this one might be the worst, honestly. It looks good when you're looking at it, but like actually playing it, it's actually pretty bad. Oh, and you know what? I think the reason why they didn't do Dark Magician for one of the loner decks is because they want people to pick up the structure deck and like try it out that way. And they figured like that would probably be a pretty cheap deck to play with anyway. So like they thought like, I mean, it makes sense. They thought the Blue Eyes Arcana Knight and Red-Eyes were better because like there were no structure decks for those. So yeah, okay, yeah. If that's what they were going for, then yeah, I think it's fine. Honestly, I think that is the best way to do it. And then like you see, I'm like bringing them out again. And here's what I'm doing. My opponent set one card, and so I'm gonna try to go for a game this way. I wonder if anyone sees that this is familiar, because this was kind of the way I beat the solo mode boss too. My opponent had the ancient stone that I ended up destroying, but it didn't matter because they didn't have any way to protect themselves from those other attacks. So I just OTK'd anyway. I suppose that's like one thing that can be going with the Arcana. If like my opponent doesn't really have any plays like right away, then sometimes you can get like an OTK with it. I think there are quite a few times when you may be able to like take advantage and get an OTK, where the other decks probably not so much. So I think that's like what it has going over the other decks. Wow, that was only 11 turns. I really thought that Blue Eyes one was longer than that. It felt kind of long when I was actually playing in that duel. But like 11 turns now, like it seems kind of short. Anyway, I guess I could show off the Vortex of Magic. Here's a little notification. I don't think the version update, it's a notice for that. What is this about? I probably won't read it. Oh, just some patching of issues. Not that big of a deal. To me, at least. Maybe to you it is. Yeah, I think I'll go over the packs a little bit later on, though. Or maybe I could go over some of the notable cards. But actually, I was trying out Runic Sprites, and like I didn't really like them. Like, I mean, it felt kind of slow and it felt kind of hard to play with, and it seems like the best way to play it is without the fog engine. And so because of that, I just don't think I really want to play it. Like, because like if I have to take out the fogs in order to make it like better, which seems maybe that's the best way to do it, I think I'm just gonna play the Nimble Frogs. Like, because like the Nimble Frog Sprites, I mean, it may not be as strong, but it's still really strong. So not that I really care that much about ranking up. Anyway, I think it was more about like that, like it's just really hard to rank up than like anything else. Yeah, so here's like, you can read this. Yeah, basically it's Dark Magician structure. Pretty nice. Yeah, so I just bought 3 copies because like I knew I would need at the very least 3 Magician Souls. I tried to like basically one of the Dark Magicians that looked the easiest to the easiest to copy. I just copied that. I did have to like put in a few cards just to like replace cards that like my opponent was playing that I just didn't have. So I put in those. And I feel like it should still be pretty good. Like the way it turned out for me, like, which was mostly like cards from the structure deck, and then like a few cards I like did have. Like, if you have access code, it's probably not a bad card to include in this deck. Like maybe a few other links like that you have to like to make the access code maybe a bit better. Access code is just a really good card, so I would say like if you have it, definitely play it for this event. Like if you can like find a way to squeeze it in, I'd say it's definitely worth it. And then this one's a pretty good card too, the Illusion of Chaos. Magician of Chaos might be nice, but like the opponent wasn't playing it, so I don't think it's really that necessary. But the Illusion of Chaos is pretty good. Because it allows you to it's another way to search for a Dark Magician, or maybe one of the other cards that mentions Dark Magician, which is like gonna be quite a few of your cards, so that's pretty nice. And then there's another card I think in here that like like can like have you be drawing quite a few. Oh yeah, it's Soul Servant. This is a really nice card too. It like lets you stack your deck, and then also lets you like banish it to draw potentially a good amount of cards. I really like this card right here. Yeah. And then yeah, and then like of course like a few of these non-craftable cards are gonna be pretty good too. I think a lot of these non-craftable cards aren't too bad. This one's apparently pretty good. Oh yeah, because like it's a basically another free special summon. So there's at least 3 here that if you're playing Dark Magician, they're pretty good. And like it was only 1,500 gems, and since I like crafted all the stuff that I wanted for Sprites, I figured I might as well just go for this. And also because I think Dark Magician can be should be pretty fun playing. So why not? Anyway, I'm gonna go into. Oh wait, I'll show off the packs real quick. So here's the first pack, the Sprites of Miracle. Here, I'll real quick do the notifications for them, but I'm not gonna like read them. But if you want to read them, you can feel free. See, this is for the Sprites of Miracle. I'll be going over these cards anyway. This is for the new step for Duelists. Yeah. So it's going over both those. And apparently new step for Duelists also contains a few cards that like would be good in Sprites. So it kind of stinks that like not all the cards that would be good in Sprites are available in this pack. So if you want to like open packs in order to get the cards, you basically need to like open both the new step and the Sprite pack, which kind of stinks. Anyway, normal cards. Sprite Elf is really good in the Sprite deck because it's revival for your level 2s and rank or link 2s. It's also really good in a lot of other decks that like to play a lot of link 2s. Basically any deck that's gonna play link 2s, which is like a lot of decks, like could potentially put this card in. Especially if there's like a link to that they want to use, which I think is like actually quite a few decks. Like any deck that pretty much puts in IP Masquerena could probably use this card, because then you can just keep using the IP. But IP is a hard once per turn, so you can't use it twice in one turn. So they probably thought about stuff like that when like making it. And then also the Exorcisters are available in this secret pack as well, which Exorcisters aren't too bad either. And they can be another deck that makes use of the banishing cards like Macrocosmos, Dimensional Fisher, Dimension Shifter. Those cards. Because, like, they don't really care about the graveyard. So, yeah. Exorcisters. And they're also pretty good. Like, it's pretty easy for them to be, like, a one-card exceed. And they can keep switching out, too, which is also pretty annoying. So, if, like, one's being threatened, it can just switch out to another exceed. So, that is super annoying. And they're a pretty good deck against the Sprites, although I haven't really been seeing them much on ladder right now. And then Livestream Dragon. I mean, if you're playing Power Tool. Life points become 4,000. Yeah, not very good. This one could potentially be good. It's generic at least. And then here's another one. Here's another Power Tool Dragon. A little bit different. Maybe a little bit better than the regular Power Tool Dragon. Although I think it is a, no, it is a higher level. It's level 9 instead of a level 7. So it's a little bit hard to bring out, but it might be just better than the Power Tool Dragon, so maybe it's worth it. Elemental Hero Neos Kluger, another Elemental Hero card, a few more Elemental Hero cards. Oh yeah, also the Punks one here as well. And Punks are pretty good. I'm not sure if the if that one synchro that where you like when summoned you mill the top 5 card, or is it banished? I think it is mill the top 5 cards of your deck. Like that's a really good card for this deck, but I'm not sure if it's available here. Also, this deck really works really well with the emergency teleport cards, because like the level 3 one, there's like a level 3 or lower psychic in this deck that like allows you to add a punk when special summon, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I'll just, you can probably read them if you like. Elemental Hero support. So it's got hero support, sprite support, and punk support. I pretty much, I think, went over like Exorcisters, why they're good. And also the Exorcister spells and traps aren't that bad either. Like a few of them can be kind of annoying. Can like be pretty disrupting in like a really good way. Cap Shell isn't too bad for the Sprite Runic deck either. So I just feel like you kind of need Hyperion Cap Shell, and that kind of like, and like with all the Runics and Sprites you're already playing, like it feels like it's like too much room to also put in the frogs. So maybe I'll just like make it a little bit easier on myself and just play Sprite Nimble Frogs. Like not bother trying to incorporate the Runics as well. I'm not sure if there's a way, but maybe if someone like did find a really good way of making like really good with the frogs included. But if you think it's better to just like go for like Sprite Nimble Frogs, like if I really want to if a player would really want to play that variant, then maybe I could just go with that. I mean, that's the variant I'm playing in the TCG, so I think that's a variant I'm more used to anyway. Oh yeah, Revive Sky God, really good. I really like this card. Drawing 6 basically. Works really well with Slifer as well because it guarantees he's at 6,000. Yeah, see, this is one of the good cards for Sprites. And it's available in this other pack. So basically, if you don't want to have to craft the cards, you basically have to go through 2 different selection packs, which is pretty annoying. It's also got, so it looks like it's got a few Red-Eyes support. A little bit of like everything. Support for the Arcana Slifer, which is probably one of the best ways to play Slifer, since like the Arcanas are able to consistently put out 3 monsters, which is perfect for Slifer. I wonder who thought like the Arcanas like was like good to combine with Slifer. Like obviously someone at Konami like thought like that would be a good idea. I'm not sure if it was like shown in the anime that Slifer is good with the Arcanas. I'm not sure if that was like ever shown in the anime. So I'm not sure if that's like original idea by like someone at Konami, or like if like it was actually shown in the anime. Anyway, Here's the next practice duel, which reads, let's go over spell cards in a little more detail. When you want to play a trap card from your hand to the field, you have to set it. But spell cards can also be activated as well as set. Let's review the difference between activating and setting a card. Okay. So this is another one of those duels where like they tell you exactly what to do. So there's no way to lose. I mean, technically, I think you can still surrender. That's like the only way to lose in these. Because like even if you wanted to play the wrong card, they won't let you. And activation and setting of spell cards. Spell cards can not only be activated on your turn, but can also be set like trap cards. Many spell cards can be set and then activating during your turn except for quick play spell cards. Instead, you can set then you can activate on your opponent's turn. Yeah, I generally don't think it's really that good of an idea to set like normal spells. Unless you're doing it for like a reason, like maybe you need to set it so that like for like card of demise or something like that. I don't know, or maybe because like yeah, it's usually because like you're planning to be discarding your hand for some reason. But like usually you don't want to like you don't set it if you're like if it's for no good reason. And like sure you can bluff your opponent, but that's I mean like most of the time I don't think it's like worth risking your spell cards just to like maybe make a potential bluff. Okay, when putting a spell card from your hand onto the field, you can choose whether to activate or set that card. Let's break down the difference between the two. Let's set Smashing Ground. Spell cards set on your turn can still be activated on that turn, except for quick play spells. Let's take a look at it in practice. Activate Smashing Ground. You have successfully destroyed your opponent's monster. Spell cards are primarily used during your turn. This is true not only when activating from the hand, but also when activating cards set on the field. Some spell cards are called quick play spell cards. When activated from the hand, it behaves the same as other spell cards, but when set from the hand, it cannot be activated that turn. Keep in mind that when set, it is a feature that allows it to be activated even during the opponent's turn, just like a trap card. Try summoning Beckon by the World Chalice. I think the reason why it can't be activated the turn it's set like a trap card is because basically when you set it, it basically becomes a trap card in a way. It still has the properties of a spell card when it's like in the graveyard and like when it's like being activated, but I think like basically it becomes a trap card if like that makes sense. Attack your opponent's life points directly, yeah, because they only have 1800. Good, I'm glad they went over that you can't activate quick play spells on the same turn you set them, because I feel like that's an important distinction. Okay, so it's gonna go a little bit over, but I still want to do a pack opening. But I'll just leave the verse in the description. Ooh, I got Testudo. This could actually be a potentially good card for Sprites. Because, like, actually when Telements come out, this might be... Sprites might actually play this card when Telements come out. So I'm actually glad I got that picked up now. Because you can summon this when Telements summons something with the effect of Mannequin Cat, rather, sorry. And then you special summon this on their turn, and now your opponent can't really do the fusion plays, because like all of those are gonna be more than 1800 attack. So that's pretty nice. And because you're special summoning it off of Mannequin Cat, you can actually put it into defense, which is pretty good since that's 1800 defense. Here's a Legendary Knight, one of the Legendary Knight cards. Soul Taker. Actually pretty good in the day because like since that your opponent gains 1,000 life points, it actually like made it so that a lot of effects would miss the timing. Like a lot of effects that were optional, like those kinds of effects would miss timing. Rare Fish, Sasuke Samurai. These cards. Mali Severus Spoon. I actually kind of like these cards. They seem like they'd be kind of a fun level 2 archetype. Because they can because they can potentially like special summon each other, which is kind of cool. Toadmaster, Monster Egg, Dokuroizo, the Grim Reaper, Stone Armadillo. Wow. Oh, because this is one of Joey's cards, so that's why it has the weird text and name. Gadget Soldier, Mech Knight Avram, Synchro Blast Wave, Dragon's Rage. Okay, so I think some of my favorite cards are gonna be Stone Armadillo. It's cool that I also got this in foil. I like this one because like this is an anime card, pretty nice. And it's a pretty unique anime card too, because you can like pretty much tell from the text and the title, like I guess Soul Taker for like back in the day purposes. I should call that out. And like also I like picking up Tetsudo Rot Newman for when Telements eventually come out. I also kind of like getting another Maliseverus Spoon. It makes a playset there, but that's not one of the new ones. So like but still like for like one of the non-new ones, that one I would like give to. I think the overall best card this time is gonna definitely be the Tetsudo. Just because this has the most potential in the modern day metagame out of all of them. I'm really really thinking that people are gonna be on this, maybe on this when Telements come out. I mean, this was a side deck card, but maybe people will just play in the main deck, since considering Telements can be a really good and since like you only have to play one, it's probably not gonna mess your strategy up too much. And I think even going second, this might be kind of good. Maybe, I don't know. It's probably much better going first, because then you can actually make Mannequin Cat and sit on it for your opponent's turn. Then again, I think I think T-Elements can play on the opponent's turn too, which kind of stinks. So maybe it is. Nah, yeah, I still think it's better, way better going first. So yeah, if anyone would like to like say anything about the pack opening, whether it be what their favorite card was, or maybe some facts about some of these cards, you can feel free. Thank you for everyone who stayed for the pack opening, maybe even the duel, or the practice duel rather, or the pack opening. Oh no, yeah, no, sorry, no, the pack overviews that I did, or the stuff I did for the event, going over those replays for each of the loner decks. And a big thanks to everyone who stayed for the entire video. And I'll also have an description too for those who may have missed out. Okay. Please like, share, and subscribe. And consider ringing that notification bell for regular content. You can either ring the notification bell to be notified of all my videos or personalized by simply clicking the notification bell and selecting all are personalized. All is being notified about all my videos, whether you watch them or not, and personalized is being notified of the videos that you watch the most. Also, if you would like to leave a comment, that would be greatly appreciated. You can leave a comment about anything, either pertaining to the video, pertaining to the verse I leave in the description, or just something random if you'd like. Just please keep it appropriate. You can even leave an emote if you would like, but just be aware that it may lock you out if you paste too many of the same emote in a day. Just in case, like, if you decide one day you just paste emotes on a whole bunch of my videos, just keep that in mind. Usually you can fix that by either going with a different emote or by posting multiples of that emote instead of just the one. And thank you everyone who do watch my videos, and a big thanks to those who do watch all of my videos, but still thank you to everyone who only watches a couple once in a while, or just watches one of the games. I understand how it is, no matter how you do it. It's just appreciated, no matter what, no matter how you decide to go about viewing my videos.